You were involved in an intimate relationship with him.
Yes, ma'am.
He was seeing other people. And in what year was that?
Pick one.
Just from one gal to another. Don't be foolish. Not worth it.
This is Judy Justice. Carla Docious is suing her former boyfriend, David Murphy, for an unpaid loan.
Court come to order. All rise. Good morning, Judge. We have case 1021, Douglas versus Murphy.
Thank you. Be seated, please. Ms. Docious, what do you do for a living?
I'm an accounts receivable supervisor for an autistic center.
And how long have you been employed at the same company?
I've been employed there for 3 years. Prior to that, I was self-employed for 20.
Self-employed doing what?
I had a medical billing company.
What happened to that company?
My husband passed away, and one of my clients didn't pay me for a really long time, and so I had to re-enter the workforce to make sure that my child and I had insurance and whatnot.
And that was 3 years ago?
My husband passed away 7 years ago, but yes, 3 years ago I entered the workforce again.
When did you meet Mr. Murphy?
I went to high school with Mr. Murphy.
And you reconnected?
Yes, ma'am.
In what year did you reconnect?
In 2016.
Was it a business relationship that you had that turned into a social relationship?
No, it was the opposite. It was a social relationship that turned into a business/relationship.
And what kind of business was it?
Originally, we had started flipping houses, and we flipped one, and then it went south. So that was the intent, was flipping houses.
And in what year was that?
That was 2016, 17, and subsequently the house that we flipped sold in 18. So it was a long, drawn-out process.
And what did you buy the house for?
To flip.
I know, but
monetarily, it was $163,000.
And who was going to do the work on the house? Would that be the defendant?
It was both of us, in actuality, yes.
Who put in the cash to do the renovation? You did. Mm-hmm. How much?
$163,000.
So there was no mortgage?
No.
And what did the house sell for?
$257,000.
That's how you made a little money.
With the exception of what we put into it, yes.
Mm-hmm. How much did you put into it?
Materials and supplies, about $30,000.
Okay. Paid $163,000, put in $30,000, $193,000. You sold it for $257,000. So you cleared $64,000.
With the exception of having to pay him, that didn't include what I paid him.
Okay. Tell me what you paid him.
I paid him draws along the way.
How much?
Probably around...
then you don't know the answer.
Okay. About $7,000.
How much were you paid just in addition to materials to do the work?
I was paid a total of $17,000 for labor, but that was not the agreement.
But you were paid $17,000 for labor.
Yes, Your Honor.
So that leaves, after she paid for materials and your labor, there was $47,000 left.
There was an additional payment to Mr. Murphy before the house sold of $9,000. In addition to what I had previously paid him, he agreed to finish the house. The house wasn't finished before it sold. He agreed to do the work. He never did the work. I shelled out $9,000 and he bailed. So.
Okay. I'm just trying to get to a net figure in this case because it is pertinent, because you allege a loan to him and he's got some cockamamie excuse, which I will get to in a minute. But so far I have $47,000. Now, do you acknowledge, Mr. Murphy, that you did not actually complete the labor on the house to make it turnkey for the people that moved in?
The house was turnkey when I left.
When you left?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so let us, for a moment, assume that there was $47,000 in profit. How are you supposed to split the profit, Mr. Murphy?
We agreed to a 60-40 split on the final sale price of the total profit.
Who got the 60?
She did.
And you got 40?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much did you receive?
$17,000.
Well, you said that that was for your labor.
Like she indicated, she paid me in draws as we went. And we got to a certain point to where we couldn't work together anymore, and she cashed me out with the verbal agreement.
Okay, just a second.
Okay.
Did you ever have a written agreement?
Yes.
Can I see the written agreement?
She should have it.
She doesn't need it. You need it because it's part of your answer.
Okay, well...
No, she doesn't need it. What your answer is, she did in fact give me money, but she owed me money from an old house that we flipped that she didn't give me so that we're even. And that's why this was not a loan, it was payback. She don't have to prove anything to me.
Okay.
Where's the contract? You don't have it.
No, I do not.
Okie dokie. That's very good. Now, sometime after this flipped house went south, or was it before, that you allege that you made a loan to him in the amount of $6,200?
It was after. It was March 13th, 2019.
Can you answer this for me? Why in the world, if this house went south and he didn't do what he was supposed to do, why in the world would you give him? Because you say he said he needed a construction job, and in order to do the construction job, needed $6,200. Were you still seeing him socially?
We were seeing each
Oh,
other.
okay. That you have it. So I'm just trying to figure you out. The guy burned you in a deal.
Absolutely.
And then you started seeing him again. And after you started seeing him again, you loaned him $6,000 in 2019.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were involved in a social, intimate relationship with him. And I gather somehow you ascertained that he was seeing other people.
Yes, ma'am.
And in what year was that?
Pick one.
Pick any year.
Pick any year.
Well, then that makes you foolish.
It does. Absolutely.
Okay, then that makes you foolish.
Absolutely.
Okay, so in March 2019, you gave him $6,200.
Yes, ma'am.
You want to tell me why, Mr. Murphy, she gave you $6,200?
I requested it as a loan for materials on a project I was starting.
You requested it as a loan
Yes, I did.
from her?
Yes.
Okay. And what were the terms of the loan?
To pay back the loan whenever I could, as soon as I got my first draw from the project.
And did you get a draw from the project?
Yes, I did.
Did you pay her back the
No,
loan?
I did not.
Why?
I never intended to pay her back.
Why?
Because she lied about the sale of the house, the price. I have it here, and what it really sold for. She lied about it. She withheld funds that she was supposed to give me, and she never did it.
Okay. She says that she sold the house for $257,000.
Not true.
Okay. What's the address of the house?
2204.
May I see that, please? I want to give it to Sarah. See if she can find it for me. Would you do this for me? Verify this, that this was the sale price of the house?
And there were taxes taken out, Your Honor.
There's nothing on the table, madam.
According to Zillow, it did sell on March 30th, 2018 for $265,000.
Great, thank you. Okay, so Mr. Murphy, you have two problems, sir. First, you are absolutely correct. According to Zillow, the house sold for $8,000 more than what she just testified the house sold for. You're absolutely right. That would mean, sir, that you would be entitled to another $3,200. That's your 40% of $8,000. Did it have a broker when it sold?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, if it sold for $265,000, so the broker also gets a fee, right?
I understand, yes.
So the $265,000 was not a net figure to her. It's the house was in her name. She had to pay either 4, 5, or 6% to the broker, right?
I understand that.
And then, I don't know in what state you live. What state do you?
California.
California. In California, they have this system where you don't need an attorney to do a closing. The broker does the closing, so I understand. And you put money in escrow. And then there are taxes. So it's not even $3,200. At best, maybe it's $2,500 or $2,200. How do you justify asking for a loan for $6,200 with, according to you, no intention of repaying it, any part of it, when even if I were to believe your story, you were only entitled to a couple of $1,000s. What happened to the rest?
Well, she was going to also assume the role of the agent for the property because she had a real estate license prior, and we weren't going to use a broker. She had another lady that was going to do it for a flat rate of like $2,000, like assist to sell. And instead, after I signed off on the property, she went and got a broker and an agent. So she upped the fees. Another
And
6 or
just
7
a second.
I don't know.
Just a second.
Yes.
Just a second. You're making excuses, sir.
Okay.
You're making excuses.
Okay.
I'm going to have Whitney read it back just so that we get exactly what you said. I want you to get to the part for me, Whitney, where he said, oh, yeah, I definitely said it was a loan, but I had no intention of paying it back.
And later today,
Because they were still friends. They were talking behind my back.
They were still friends but not dating. You're getting upset. Don't get upset. You'll find out that very few guys are worth it.
Carla Docious says her former boyfriend, David Murphy, is responsible for paying back a loan. David says he owes her nothing after she breached a contract between them.
Now, you're making excuses because you had somebody who clearly was very, very fond of you, clearly was emotionally involved with you. And I mean, certainly based upon your answer, she didn't take the breakup of your relationship well. However, what you said to me a moment ago, and I'm going to have Whitney read it back just so that we get exactly what you said. I want you to get to the part for me, Whitney, where he said, oh yeah, I took the $6,200 and I definitely said it was a loan and I definitely said whatever, but I had no intention of paying it back.
He said, I never intended to pay it back because she lied about the sale of the price of the house. I have it here, what it really sold here. She lied about it and withheld funds she was supposed to give me, but she never did. And he says he never intended to pay it back.
Okay. Mr. Murphy, you owe her $6,200. You can't lie to someone. You could have sued her on a contract and said, this was our agreement. You sold it for more. A judge would have gone through that paperwork and said, well, you do owe him an additional $2,000 or $2,200 or whatever. You elected, using the fact that the woman had strong feelings for you, even after you sort of screwed her over on a house flipping deal. She still came back, and it was an easy patsy. You owe her $6,200. Not good moral character. I just have one comment to you, because this is just from one gal to another. Don't be foolish. You've done a couple of foolish things, right? This is your daughter. You would tell her not to do foolish things. Not worth it. Unless he's got something that I'm really not seeing. He's not worth it. You seem like a responsible lady, and he seems like a bit of a cad. So better without him. We're done here. Thank you.
Court adjourned.
I took him his 30-pack. He said, I don't want that. That's not the kind I want.
This woman has gone by my house throwing beer cans on my lawn. She's come to my house on hours of the night.
So I put it on his lawn.
Every time that I started a new relationship, we were not together, and she demolished every single one.
I absolutely did.
Through fake messages on social media or whatever. She disrupted every message, every relationship I tried to get involved in.
To washing her hands, no more contact. Absolutely.
I'm so done with this. I've known her for 35 years, and the last 4 have been the worst.
I'm thrilled. It's what it needed to be. And Judge Judy is amazing.
I absolutely understand your judgment in that last case, but what were some of the other foolish things you were speaking of with the plaintiff?
After they broke up, and because she found out that he was seeing other women, she said for a long time, she didn't get over it well. And she didn't behave as the woman that you saw here and the responsible lady that she was. So if there's anything that case teaches you, it's at a certain stage, leopard doesn't change its spots. If a guy's a bad guy, he's a bad guy. If a woman is a bad woman, she's a bad woman. And, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Case number 1024, Dyer versus Cooper. All parties, please step forward.
Destiny Dyer is suing her former friend, Jessica Cooper, for her share of vacation costs.
Miss Dyer, am I correct that this used to be your boyfriend?
In high school, yes.
In high school.
And briefly after.
And how long have you known Miss Cooper?
I have known her since 2016.
And that's when you became friends?
Mm-hmm.
And was it after that you met, this is your fiance?
It's my fiance, yes, ma'am.
When did the two of you meet?
2015.
So it was just serendipitous that you started to date, but you've known her since before.
No, I know her after. He introduced me to her.
How did that come about?
Because they were talking behind my back.
What does that mean?
Because they were still friends. They were talking behind my back.
They were still friends but not dating? You're getting upset. Don't get upset. You'll find out that very few guys are worth it. See, the problem is, Miss Cooper, if you still feel that way, you shouldn't have planned a vacation with her, because that's what this case is about. Kevin, be a prince.
Sorry.
Now, Ms. Dyer claims that the two of you made plans to go to Disneyland, and it is Ms. Dyer's claim that you owe her money for that trip. The trip was within the last year.
Yes, ma'am.
And based on your reaction to this whole thing, I think that that's still a raw subject for you. So probably a bad idea to plan a vacation together. Who was going on this vacation, Ms. Dyer?
Myself, my son.
How old is your son?
My son is 9. Jessica, her fiance, Dustin.
He was going too? Mm-hmm. Oh, big a mistake. Yeah?
And her 2 children.
How many days were you going for?
5.
You had a room?
We had a room. We had a preferred room.
You all stayed together?
All of us.
So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in one room. Mm-hmm. And you did everything sort of together. Is that a fair statement? Now, there's no question, neither one of you alleges that this trip was supposed to be a gift or a freebie or anything else. I want you to show me proof of what you paid for.
Okay.
She paid for everything, and I paid her back through Venmo twice, and
Okay.
then I paid all of those things.
Well, all of these things are small expenditures that are ordinary expenditures for $35, $115. How much money can you show me that you paid on Venmo?
It's right there.
You paid Destiny Dyer $1,379.31. Okay,
And then there's another one.
so you acknowledge that she paid you $1,379.31
She did. She paid me that.
and $600
I never got a Venmo for $600.
on February 20th, 2021.
I never received that.
She says she never got it.
And I have statements to prove that.
I'd like to see your statement for February 2021. Then you should check with your account.
I don't have it with me because I closed that account, but I definitely did pay it. Both of those came out of the PNC account.
She acknowledges she received $1,379.31, and she's going to show me her Venmo account that allegedly will not show a $600 withdrawal to you. Mm-hmm. Because if it's not on her statement, then you take it up with Venmo. Never went through.
So here
Got it?
are my Venmo statements.
Okay. Well, you knew you were coming to court today. This is not a beach party, so you bring that statement to court. The airfare was what?
Their portion was $295.50, and the baggage fee was $50.
We're not paying for your baggage.
Would you do me a favor? I don't want you to talk to her.
Destiny Dyer says her former friend, Jessica Cooper, will not pay for costs resulting from their vacation together.
She acknowledged that she received $1,379.31, and she's going to show me her Venmo account that allegedly will not show a $600 withdrawal to you. Mm-hmm. Because if it's not on her statement, then you take it up with Venmo. Never went through.
So here
Got it?
are my Venmo statements.
Okay, all it shows is $1,379. So I suggest you take that up with them.
She could have just not printed that off.
It's possible, but you could have brought proof that it was on your statement from Venmo. You get a statement, I assume, every month.
I do, but I
Well,
closed my PNC account.
That doesn't, well, you knew you were coming to court today. This is not a beach party, so you bring that statement to court because I assume this is not the first time that she told you she didn't get that $600.
Oh, she told me that, but
Okay, well, she told you that, so she told you she didn't get the
she was
$600.
very rude about it too.
She told you she didn't get the $600. What I'm saying to you, that's a bone of contention. So it would seem to me that if you knew you were coming to court today, that's a document that you would have brought me, that here is my Venmo account. It shows that the money was transferred. I contacted them because she says she never received it, right? And this is the communication. Not that she was rude to you. It was because you were upset. Anyway, that's $600. So did the $600 make you even?
No.
Okay. Let me put it to you a different way. If you had gotten the $600, would you be in court today?
Yes, because that's still not the full amount that is owed.
Okay.
Your Honor,
So
she also thinks that she didn't have to pay for the car rental too because I'm the one who got it.
Just a second.
Okay.
Is part of the money that you claim that she owes you have to do with the fact that she rented a car that you say you're not responsible for your half of. Is that part of this problem?
No.
Did you deduct half of the car?
I deducted what my total comes out to.
No, answer my question. Did you deduct half of the car payment?
I did not pay her. I took that off of what I was asking her to pay me.
Okay, what were you asking her to pay you? What's the total?
$1,500 is all that I asked for her to pay me.
Okay,
It's like been
and
four
you
different
deducted,
amounts
just a second.
now.
So now we acknowledge that the $600 you didn't receive, so now she owes you the difference in that, $900. You get the $6. The $6 she actually owes you. So now you have to show me $900.
Absolutely. Okay. So I have receipts.
Not receipts. She has plenty of receipts too.
Okay.
You have to tell me where that money comes from. There was hotel, rental car, and park tickets. That's what we're talking about here. And airfare. How much was the hotel?
So the hotel, including the deposit, was $1,514.82.
$1,514. That's the hotel. Did you each pay your own airfare?
No.
Who paid for the airfare?
She did.
Okay. The airfare was what?
The total or their portion?
No, their portion.
Their portion was $295.50.
$295?
$295 for the airfare, and the baggage fee was $50 because I did get a credit back.
Sweetie, we had military.
Just a second.
We're not paying for your baggage.
I don't want you to talk to her.
She spoke to me first.
Now, the park tickets.
She paid the park tickets.
Okay, how much did she pay for the park tickets?
That's the Venmo that I received, the one that I did receive before we left.
Rental car, your half. What was her half of the rental car?
That would be $225, half of $450.
And how much were the park tickets?
I never seen a receipt for park tickets, but I just, took what she said.
Okay, how much were the park tickets?
Their portion of the park tickets, which she Venmo'd me for. I think you have my Venmo.
So that was just for the park tickets?
That was just the park tickets.
Park tickets. Okay, that was $1,379. Mm-hmm. Okay, so she paid for the park tickets herself. Her airfare was $295. Half of the car was $225. My numbers come up to $1,277.
Okay, that's without any of the dining expenses.
I'm not talking about any dining expenses. That comes up to $1,277.
But that's how I paid her back, Judge.
What?
That's how I paid her back. We would go to dinners even before Disney, and I would pay for her and her son. We took some dinners.
I told you I'm not dealing with that.
I understand that, but that's how I paid her back.
But I told you I'm not dealing with that. So I'm deducting the $600 that you're going to take up with Venmo because she didn't receive it, which still leaves a balance that you owe her of $677. That's what you owe her, period, for you and your family, which actually means that you and your fiancé and 2 children went away for 4 or 5 days, including park tickets at Disney, for actually $2,500, $2,600. That's not bad. All right, judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $677. We're done here. Thank you.
Court adjourned.
Thank you.
I presume that they had a falling out as a friendship, which they did, and that's kind of how all this sprung about.
The saddest part is losing a best friend.
We did communicate that we would pay certain things as like we would take her and her son out to dinner.
I never thought in all the time, all the trips we've taken, that she would do this.
I think that she knew she could get money out of the situation.
It's just the money.
Well, it's obviously a very emotional thrive friendship, so maybe they shouldn't be friends anymore.
Clearly, I valued the friendship much more than she ever did.
If there's any takeaway from that case, it's a social takeaway rather than a legal takeaway, because the rest was math. It's a very bad idea to go away on vacation and stay in the same room with an ex anything. Just the whole thing sounds very unholy to me and is rife with potential difficulty. Don't do it.